Gandang laban eh, no? Tingnan natin kung kayang talunin ng Pelicans ang super team na Nets. Okay. G. Patalo kaya? Lakas ng Nets ngayon eh.
The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said in Detroit...
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league.
Okay, game. Brooklyn Nets versus New Orleans Pelicans.
So the next starting five. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Aldridge in at the four-man position. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the three and Zion the four. Then there's Bledsoe, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Alexander Walker in at the two guards.
Ang baboy lang natin yung yung camera. Yata.
Now here's Adams. Here's Williamson. Adams, the pass to Williamson. Bledsoe for three. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And a wide open look for Irving. No good with the triple. Won by Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Grabe naman si Durant.
Few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move.
Uy, shout out kay Boss Amo.
Here's Alexander Walker.
Yan na rin Santiago.
Lock loose.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Ayan ang Boss Amo lang ang pinaka lahat ng Boss Amo.
Quick release, boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Ingram dishes to Williamson. Ingram against Durant. Here's the lob to Adams. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And they pick up 2. Irving.
Bira sa pitokin.
3 of 4 from the floor to start. That's always a good sign.
And the pass to Adams. And stolen by Jordan.
Makakakita kayo ng malupitang gawa ni Bosamo.
Lonzo against Irving. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge.
Shout out kay
Another miss by Irving.
Flor Santiago.
Well, great to see KD back on the court.
Ooh! Nagagayat na si Zion.
Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly
Nagayat na si Zion eh.
try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Soften the blow.
Shout out sa nanay ko.
For the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
Ngayon na lang ulit nakapag-live.
Jordan finds Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 7.
Tambak
The
na.
cleverness, the fearlessness.
Hirap talunin ng ano,
Irving
Nets ngayon.
outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
Out to the right wing. New Orleans moving the ball around. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. Outside Irving.
Shout out kay Lucas.
It's hauled in by Adams.
Baby Dragon.
And his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Williamson. And he banks in the layup.
Kaya pa to. Bubuhatin to ni Zion.
With Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
And then Durant with the dunk.
That pass had to be thrown not
Lakas
only
talaga
in
ni
the right
Durant.
spot, but at the right time.
Ingram attacking. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch
Grabe
on your
naman
passing,
yun.
such a quality piece for a big man.
And first time out of the game for New Orleans.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA.
Kaya pa to.
His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Then for the Nets, Harris comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Here's Hart, and stolen by Jordan. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And it just seems that every pass they made...
Nakakabuti na ang Nets ah. Ay ang Pelicans ah.
And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Hart. Shot clock at 5. And the Pelicans miss again. Brooklyn with the ball.
Alat.
16-4 run right now. And Harden with the stuff.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Yeah, I just love seeing them put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the...
Matagal pa naman yung oras eh. Makakahabol pa.
That is his first foul of the game. Brown is checked in for the Nets. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Hayes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. New shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Here's Durant on the jam by Kevin Durant.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Gabriel, the pass to Hayes. Ball against Dinwiddie. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
You know what Willie lacks in athleticism, he makes up for with good feet and tremendous hustle.
Here is Durant. He's got 6. Shoots it up. Wide open shot is on the money. KD's got 8 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this.
Ooh, and one.
Yeah, earned that one. I mean, taking the hit.
Taas talaga ni Lonzo.
That one to go down.
For New Orleans, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That's good from Ball.
And at 6'6",
Nice one.
very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
Durant just inside the line. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this.
Sampu na lang.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Jordan in at center. Now here's Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc. No good from Durant.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams, no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Ball with it, picked up by Brown. Here's Adams. Nice D from Aldridge.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Ball, following the bucket by the Nets. And here's Ingram from the arc. Offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Hayes. Goes back up. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've
Pumipik.
established great inside position.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Passes it to Durant. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Hart. Pass the ball. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. So for the Pelicans, Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And the Nets also making a change. Irving's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shamet, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
And Bledsoe, here we go. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. James Harden is checked in for Bruce Brown.
Ball pa yun.
Timeout called by New Orleans. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical...
What about that dunk?
Grabe naman si Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Williamson with it. KD's on him. Shoots over KD. And the Nets lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Williamson.
Nice move by Williamson.
Stolen by Bledsoe.
Stolen.
Here's Adams. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
This guy is used to drawing contact. Adams outworks and out-hustles anyone in his way.
Irving finds Harden. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in.
Nakawala si Harden.
Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. Now, this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Connects from three-point range.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Bledsoe passes to Hernan Gomez. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball. And it's Williamson missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a goal.
Wow. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And Bledsoe with the stop.
This guy, one of the most
Nilakdakan si DeAndre.
in the game. Bledsoe leaving nothing a chance.
Grabe naman si Bledsoe.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. Back to Harden. Lets the three fly. And the Nets another three.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Out to Ingram. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Jordan. Here's Alexander Walker. No points in the game yet for him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Poked away. Ingram passes to Hernan Gomez. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. The putback, and staying with the play, Ingram.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Puso lang talaga tong Pelicans eh.
With it from deep three-point range. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so that's the end of the first half. Nets lead by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hirap plus talaga ng Nets.
All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
The best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, the word crafty gets thrown around. But Harden is sort of a poster child. Knows the angles, knows how to draw fouls. Frustrating guy to defend. We're seeing once again tonight.
Kenny, let's get your opinion on New Orleans.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the
Okay, third quarter na.
perfection.
Try nating umabol.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Nets leading by 11.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots would be really impossible to guard.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
Here's Bledsoe. Jordan with some nice D. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot great for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Stolen by Durant. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been awesome.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 20 points.
And it is easy to get spoiled.
OP talaga, OP.
He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
New Orleans moving it around. Here's Alexander Walker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one goes. Counted.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Outside Irving. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his third foul so far. Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. All comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And a change for the Nets. Dinwiddie checked in for James Harden. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Unloads from 9. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Williamson kicks the ball. And Dinwiddie over to help. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul. The Pelicans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Landry Shamet's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Brown in for Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Hart. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
He's in the post. He's covered by Shamet. Shoots. Money from the wing. Adams has got his second bucket of the night. Nets leading by 16. And here's Brown.
Hindi na binabantayan si Adams eh.
Nothing on the board yet. And there's the pass to KD. A floater, and Dinwiddie lays it in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
KD with it. Now guarded by Ball. Shamet the pass to KD. Over Ball. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, you see the assertiveness inside from Kevin Durant. He is so good at finishing in different ways.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Adams. Williamson comes in for Hayes. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Hart.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity. DeAndre Jordan
talaga yung
force
Pelicans.
around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Super team eh.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Ball feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Harris. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ball against Dinwiddie. Williamson kicks the ball. A three-pointer, no good. Ingram passes the ball. They could use a bucket. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't
Di
fix
gumagana
it.
yung pick and
Keep
roll.
getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Passes it to Ingram. Takes a three, and he's good on the three ball. Ingram's got 5.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up, or he's gonna make you pay.
And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
Durant just inside the line, off on that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Nets as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Makakawal pa kaya? Laki ng lawang eh.
And a quick look now
kayang-kaya
at
pa
the
yan.
State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Lakas na roster ng Nets ngayon.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets, we've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Irving at the point. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Durant with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. And Harden with the stop.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for New Orleans. Adams outside. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him.
Uy, no-fake.
Adams shot is good. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. But they recover it. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Harden with the stop.
Yeah,
Tagagalit na si Harden eh.
The paint. Harden does not settle.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Bledsoe for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Durant kicks to Aldridge. On the wing, Harden. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Williamson with it. KD's on him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
3 seconds,
These are the
yun.
kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hayes is checked in. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Aldridge shooting. It goes.
Di mo alam kung sino yung babaltayan.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and
Relax ng
layups,
Nets ngayon ah.
Marcus Aldridge defying the trend really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And the shot goes down. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
Out to Ingram, the three. It doesn't go for
Kulang pa sa power yung
taking it the other way.
Pelicans.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Alexander Walker. Fires for three. And the Pelicans miss again. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Inside, here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Alexander Walker passes to Hayes. New Orleans moving it around. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
It's good. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Hayes. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Nets have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter.
Kumukubi sa ano yun. Kubi sa ano.
We head to the final buzzer here. A crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Shamet. Off target from outside. And here are the Pelicans. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Off target with his three.
Ito pala si Isaiah Thomas eh.
Now Johnson.
Kayang-kayang habulin na
To the
to.
paint. Here's Luwawu. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's against you, it seems to bring
kanina po pinapasok si Isaiah?
It certainly did tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside, Green. Back to Johnson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer.
Blowout.
We're waiting for something to get excited
So
about.
last ng Nets ngayon.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Oh, yun. Thank you. Salamat.